Hey folks, Dave here with another review. Up today, whoops, sorry John, I almost forgot. John, I miss you, son. Miss you so damn much. Okay, alright. Folks, up today is the Hot Soldiers Steel Hearts Commander Centurion, which is Bumblebee based off the Hearts of Steel comic book line, and I think he came out just recently in all these intermixed IDW comics. So, but here he is. The background behind him was that he was a group of team first responders or the first crew sent to check out the Earth. And Shockwave found them, and then he first convinced them that they were Beast Wars people, and then eventually they found out that they weren't. So it was kind of confusing, but okay. I want to say thanks to my buddy Dave, Devastator, and for getting this for us. And hopefully I can convince him to do a pictorial review for the blog. So. Because he does take some awesome pictures, so hopefully we can do that. And here's Bumblebee or Centurion, and he looks pretty good on the packaging here. The packaging is kind of odd because it seems like it's a mixture of like 2 or 3 different aspects. Like it's super clean, and then fuzzy, and then anime-ish, and it's just weird. Here's some more of the stuff they make. After checking out this guy, I might want to pick up some more of these because they're actually pretty cool. There's the back, HS14, and the side, and there's pictures more, and there's the Optimus Prime that Dave said we're gonna get next. So can't wait to review that one. Maybe I could get him to take pictures of that one too. But here he is. Let's go down a little bit, and he's a yellow with gray locomotive thing. He does have some I guess not what you call this, nickel finished parts, some gold parts, and he looks pretty cool. There's the lights with the lower silver and paint inserts. There's the front. This yellow is actually a little bit darker from the rest. Makes sense because that would produce a lot of heat. There he is. There's the back, and he cleans up pretty well. You know, not too many visible, not visible, but parts that you can tell are robot parts. There's the hammer. And this little copper field there. I forgot to say he comes with a card. But again, the card suffers from the same thing, where it's kind of clean here but then kind of hazy here, and I don't know, it just feels like maybe they couldn't decide on what aspect to go with in the artwork. There he is, Centurion, and he comes with some lousy instructions. Here. I mean, they just skip steps. Like there's tomorrow, there's some more of that line. I have to check them out. Hopefully Dave and I will get this Optimus Prime soon enough. But the instructions are terrible. They just skip steps. You just have to pretty much figure it out on your own. By starting off in this mode, I'm actually cheating a little bit because these parts here close together, but to get them to close together you have to push the plastic over this yellow body piece of Bumblebee, and it's kind of scary, and it's, you know, it feels like you're gonna bust something or break something, and yeah, it's just weird. So I decided to start off like this because it takes a little bit to kind of force it on there, and I didn't want to make it look like it's I didn't want to make it look like it's a problem because once you work on there, it's fine. It's just difficult to get it there. But once you get it there, it works. It works fine. And here's the hammer. And it goes into the post to become the feet. Here it is. Nice copper hammer. And vehicle size wise, here he is against Generations. Push him to the side, and here he is next to my knockoff Mirage. So, I mean, he's a pretty decent size. Oh, here's a Micromaster from the new line. So, pretty good size. Okay, folks, let's start with the transformation. First things you want to do is flip these hands down. And I'll loosen up a whole bunch of other stuff that you need to do later on. You come to the feet. Pull them down. Okay. You flip these around so that it gives it more support. Gives the figure more support. Okay. Then you push these up if they haven't gone up already by pushing up the feet. You then, let's push them down. You then separate them from the bottom tab here. And you just kind of start it off. If we go up again. Okay, then these pieces rotate around. Rotate around. Right, then you turn these. Pick this up. Start turning these things around. These little panels. And you start pushing this in like so. Okay. And you push this panel in like so. So you go there. Then flip the head up. And you lock it in place. Then you simply open this panel up. And this panel is what gives you the trouble when you try to transform him into vehicle mode, because this piece right here has to go in back of this piece right here. So they kind of hit. And it causes the issue of it hitting this. So when they designed this, they should have made this open up more. Or go back more or something. I don't know. It just hinders itself. And then you simply rotate the arms around. All the way. Okay. Like so. Then you close the hands. And these hands don't tab in place, so they are a little loose when playing with it. But it's acceptable. Again, this thing you rotate all the way around. Come on, baby. Like so. Then you get this piece, you close it up on top of itself, you close it. Push the feet down, the legs down, then flip this panel straight up and split the legs. Now, these things, I don't know, I guess you can leave them out like so. But you can also close this off. Give them the wing look, or just close it off in the back to make them look more like the comic. And I have to say, I am very surprised at the size of this figure. Here he is next to Masterpiece Bumblebee, which cost $70 compared to this, which was $20-something, $30. I think that's what Dave said he paid for it. And yeah, I was expecting something a lot smaller. I was actually expecting something maybe this size. I was not expecting something that was this tall. And here he is next to Mirage. And his weapon does fit in his hand quite nicely. And I forgot to put that panel down. there you go. But there he is. Yellow, gray, gold, copper hammer. And he looks pretty good. He really does look good. Articulation wise, he does, I guess you can call it an ab crunch because it does make him go down a little bit. And you can, due to transformation, goes up like so. And this thing tends to pop off, this panel, but you simply pop it back in. Okay, head does spin around. It does have some upward and downward movement, not too much, but it does have it. And the head's kind of loose on mine, so I'm going to try tightening it and see if it helps. Arms can go all the way around, but they're hindered by these bits here. So, because they are on the ball joint. Okay, the upper arm swivel, some mushroom peg. And it does bend at the elbow, like so. And the hands do not turn, but they can go in and out, but that's mostly due to transformation. He does spin at the upper or lower chest area. Okay. And there you can see how he has the ab crunch. And the legs are also on ball joints, so they do have full range of movement. And they have an upper leg swivel. But once you start using it, it pops off the mushroom peg there. But it pops back on. And his legs can go up to there. And the does have ankle tilts, which you can turn because these things are on a ball joint. Okay, and he can do some pretty good stances there. And I think this is supposed to go down like that. Not too sure. Don't remember the comic book off the top of my head. But that's Centurion in all his glory. It's a good figure. It does have some issues, but at the cost, you can deal with them. You pay less than $30 compared to this. And I mean, look at the arms of my Bumblebee. I mean, what would you rather have to deal with? Slight little issues here or there where you have to pop things back on and so forth on a $30 figure, or would you rather pay, $78, $80 and get a figure that does? Yeah, that says a lot. I could recommend this guy all day. He's a fun little figure, especially you enjoyed the Hearts of Steel comic. He's well worth the cost, and there are some good Chinese sellers on eBay that you can get him pretty cheaply from. You can get him from BBTS and so forth, but he is slightly more expensive, and then you have to pay shipping, and it comes close to $40 compared to less than 30. So there's that. But I gotta say, I really like this figure. I want to thank Dave again for getting him for me, because he's a pretty good figure, Dave. Pretty good figure. Can't wait to review that Optimus Prime, what we're gonna get next. If I like that one, I think I may start picking up this line. Hopefully, I can still pick some of them up pretty cheaply. But there he is. There's Bumblebee. There's Centurion. Go out and get him. You'll be happy at the cost and the worth that you get out of this figure. And thank you for watching. Have a great afternoon, weekend, evening, John. Damn, John. Yeah. God bless, folks. Hug your kids. Hug your kids. Bye.